I had Dr. Joe Dispenza here a few months ago, and then he invited me to his retreat. And I've been talking to him for like 5 years, but I'd never been to one of his retreats in London. And he does these walking meditations, and I've been doing them every morning since. They're like these hour long. And it's funny, Dylan, he says the word whole. He says that, he's trying to he just says, we want you to feel whole, because when you're whole, you don't desire all these things that a lot of the hymns, these external things, maybe related with Maya a lot. And it's just been a word I've been focusing on lately. And it's, maybe strange or not strange that you mention it. Because I do believe a lot of my own journeys in life have been, me looking to be whole. And when I feel whole, I don't feel like I need all of these things that I was taught I needed. Mm-hmm. And for a brief moment, I don't need a lot of these things. It's a beautiful state to kind of be aware of, to appreciate, and to aspire to. And I've felt that way sometimes via martial arts, via running, via whatever. But sometimes it wasn't the intention, but I found out later that was a great way of having an intention for that practice. So, it's just interesting you said that. Curious about you and your practice. First of all, you settled down, you're in Bali, you were moving all around before, so it seems like you're more in one location. And just curious where you think you are in your journey of yoga, whatever that word means, and like where you're going to go the next 10 years.
Yeah. Just to touch real quick on what you just said, which is very beautiful. The truth has a way of repeating itself. And so I often notice when I'm hearing the same thing over and over, like that, I'm not, sometimes the not truth is repeating itself, like you read crazy conspiracies on Facebook or whatever, but that's not what I mean about it. Like when you feel something that comes in and it speaks to your soul, and then you just feel it over and over, it's a good indicator that you're on the right path, that what you're feeling, what is speaking to you is the truth. And now to answer your next question, so from around 2013, 2014, I started traveling and gave up my home and just traveled all around the world. And the pandemic hit, got locked down in London. It was the first time I spent any extended amount of time in one place. And I've felt, it was really like I told myself I'm gonna travel and teach and do this until I feel like it's time not to. And kind of just being in one place made me feel like, maybe it's time to like settle down and grow roots a little bit more. Not thinking one is better than the other. I always, one of the questions I ask myself often whenever I make any kind of move or change is, am I moving towards something, or if I'm moving away from something, right? Because that really affects your attitude and your intention and your energy moving into it. And so I always wanted to make sure that I'm moving towards something, right, rather than trying to escape something. And so I felt like it was time to move towards a little bit more stability. So I actually bought a home here in Bali, and right now it's being renovated. So I'm looking forward to moving into it. But that's kind of my plans now moving forward, is to be a little bit more grounded. I'll still travel and teach, but teach less. I'm working on my own online platform currently at the moment, creating content for it, so that will keep me a little bit more stationary, because I'm not going to be out teaching live as much. It'll be more online stuff. So that's kind of what my plan is moving forward. I don't really set big goals for myself ever. I just, like, my only goal is to try to do my best every single day. I work in the philosophy of contentment, while still pushing myself hard. And so it's like, I want to push myself as hard as I can, but I want to be happy with how that feels every single day. And I think that's another part of being whole. Like when you push yourself towards a goal and you think that goal is going to make you more complete or more happy, then you're always going to find yourself lacking or missing or in deficit. But if you push yourself as hard as you can with the idea that where you are right now is already the best place that you can be, then all the growth that comes from it just feels like an amazing benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really easy way to stay happy and to stay fulfilled rather than fulfillment and happiness being somewhere in the future.
Yeah, I like that. So you push yourself hard every day, but it's not to get to a place that'll make you happier than where you are now. You just do it because you want to improve and you like to see how hard where you can go, but the destination isn't necessarily as important.
Yeah. This old proverb that goes, it's better to travel well than to arrive. And that's kind of like where I like to live my life.
Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I'm just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
This course has been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just an overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you got to pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.